The worst part about being excluded isn't the exclusion itself. It's the moment you realise everyone was laughing about it behind your back. My name is Rose, and I just found out my entire family has been planning a luxury vacation to Spain without me. The same vacation my mother tearfully told me was cancelled yesterday. I'm sitting in my childhood bedroom, surrounded by tech awards and the familiar scent of jasmine from Mum's obsessively maintained garden when she delivers the news. Her perfectly manicured hand rests on my shoulder, and I can smell her signature Chanel perfume. "Darling, I hate to tell you this, but we've had to cancel the Spain trip," she says, dabbing at her eyes with a monogrammed handkerchief. "Your father's investments. Well, you know how things are these days." I lean forward, concerned. "Mum, if you need help with Christmas expenses—" "Oh no, sweetheart," she interrupts, patting my hand. "We couldn't possibly. You need to focus on that little— what do you call it? Your startup?" The way she says startup makes it sound like I'm running a lemonade stand instead of a tech company, but I'm used to it. That's how it's always been with the Wolfs. Appearance is everything, and I've never quite fit the picture. "I should get going," I say, standing up. "I have some work to finish." "Of course, darling. Don't work too hard." She air kisses both my cheeks, her perfect red lipstick never smudging. Back at my apartment, I'm syncing my old laptop to retrieve some files when it happens. A notification pops up. My ancient family iCloud backup is still linked. I'm about to disconnect when I see a group chat I don't recognise. Family Fun Exclusive. My thumb hovers over the screen. I shouldn't look. I really shouldn't. I look. Cadence. Yesterday 3:15 p.m. Just booked the villa. Dad's jet is fueled and ready for Thursday. Mum. Yesterday 3:16 p.m. Perfect. Remember, not a word to Rose. She thinks it's cancelled. Lionel. Yesterday 3:17 p.m. She can't afford sunscreen, let alone Spain. Dad. Yesterday 3:18 p.m. Imagine her slumming it while we toast by the pool. At least we won't have to hear about her revolutionary app over dinner. My hands are shaking as I scroll up through weeks of messages. Photos of the Spanish villa, flight arrangements, even a detailed itinerary. All while I was planning to help them with Christmas expenses. Freya, yesterday 3:20 p.m. Guys, maybe we should cadence. Yesterday 3:21 p.m. Don't start, Freya. Remember last Christmas when she showed up in jeans to Christmas dinner? Mum, yesterday 3:22 p.m. It's better this way. She never quite fits in. You know how she is. I know exactly how I am. I'm the one who refused to marry the hedge fund manager they picked out. The one who sold her trust fund shares to fund her first startup. The black sheep who dared to build something of her own instead of riding the family name. My phone buzzes. A text from Marcel, my ex-boyfriend and current lawyer. Marcel. NDA lifts tomorrow. Deal's closing. Ready to be officially rich. I stare at his message, then back at the group chat. They don't know about the acquisition, about the $14 million, about any of it. My laptop pings with another notification. It's Andrea, my mentor, sending over the final asset documents for review. Andrea, check page 17. There's an interesting property deed in the package. Some airstrip in Spain might be useful for short-term leverage. I flip to page 17 and suddenly I'm not shaking anymore. A slow smile spreads across my face as I read the location of the airstrip, right next to a certain exclusive villa. My phone lights up again. It's Mom. Mum, darling, don't forget we're having Christmas at the house this year. Wear something appropriate. I look at her message, then at the deed, then at the group chat still open on my laptop. Years of condescension, mockery and exclusion flash through my mind. They think I can't afford sunscreen? Fine. I pick up my phone and call Marcel. "Hey," I say, my voice steady. "Remember that airstrip in the asset package? I want to fast-track the transfer, and I need it done quietly." "How quietly?" he asks. I glance at the group chat one more time, at their laughing emojis and casual cruelty. "Silent as a private jet that can't land," I reply, and for the first time today I smile. I'm still staring at the group chat when Marcel arrives at my apartment with a bottle of champagne and acquisition papers. His tie is loose, and he's wearing that crooked smile that used to make my heart skip. "Ready to sign your life away?" he asks, dropping the documents on my kitchen counter. "Already sold my soul to start this company," I reply, but I can't focus. The group chat messages keep scrolling through my mind like a toxic news ticker. Marcel notices my distraction. "What's wrong? Having second thoughts about the deal?" I slide my laptop over to him. His expression darkens as he reads, "Jesus, Rose, your own family." "Remember when I had to pawn those antique earrings to make payroll?" I ask, pacing the kitchen. Dad called it my expensive hobby at Thanksgiving dinner. Cadence suggested I try selling makeup on Instagram instead. "I remember," Marcel says quietly. "You cried in your car afterward." "I didn't cry," I snap, but we both know I did. "They've always been like this. I just never had proof before." My phone rings. It's Andrea. "Rose, darling, tell me you're sitting down," she says when I answer. "The board just approved the final terms. 14 million plus the asset package. You're officially a success story." I put her on speaker. "About that asset package, the Airstrip in Spain. How fast can we transfer ownership?" "The one near Villa del Sol? Interesting timing. That's a hot property right now. Some wealthy American family booked the villa for the holidays. They're flying in by private jet on Thursday." Marcel's eyebrows shoot up as he connects the dots. "How fast, Andrea?" I repeat. "With the right motivation? 48 hours, but it'll cost you." "Do it," I say without hesitation. "And keep it quiet. I don't want anyone knowing who owns it until after the transfer is complete." After I hang up, Marcel pours the champagne. "You're really going to do this?" They excluded me from a family vacation and laughed about it, called me poor, mocked my life's work. I take a sip. "What would you do?" "Probably something less elegant and more illegal," he admits. "But Rose, are you sure this is going to burn bridges?" I pull up an old photo on my phone, last Christmas dinner. I'm wearing the jeans they ridiculed, standing awkwardly at the edge of the frame, while everyone else poses in designer dresses. They'd later crop me out for the family Instagram. "What bridges?" I ask. "They're all just pretty facades anyway." My phone buzzes with a text from Lionel. Lionel: "Hey sis, heard you stopped by yesterday. Sorry I missed you. Too busy making actual money." I show Marcel the text. "See? Even when they think I'm down, they can't resist kicking." "What's your plan?" he asks, already pulling out his laptop. I outline it for him. The quiet deed transfer, the flight clearance denial, the perfect timing. His fingers fly over the keyboard as he drafts the necessary documents. "You know they'll figure out it was you eventually," he warns. "I'm counting on it." Andrea calls again with updates. The Spanish legal team is in place. The paperwork is being expedited. Everything's falling into line like perfect dominoes. I open my safe and take out the pawn shop receipt for those antique earrings. The day I sold them, Dad had said, "At least they'll finally be worth something." I pin it to my bulletin board as a reminder. Marcel finishes the last document and slides it over. "Sign here to start the transfer process. Last chance to back out." I think about Mum's fake tears, about Cadence's sneering emoji, about years of being the family disappointment. The pen feels heavy in my hand, but my signature is steady. "Done," I say, pushing the paper back. "Now we wait." Marcel stands to leave, adjusting his tie. At the door he pauses. "You know, for what it's worth, I always knew your company would succeed, even back when we were dating and you were working out of that tiny coffee shop." "Thanks," I say softly. "That means a lot." After he's gone, I pour another glass of champagne and open my laptop. The family group chat is still active. "Mum, just packed my new Hermes for Spain, can't wait." Cadence: "This vacation is going to be perfect. No drama, no startup talk, just family." I close the chat and open my flight tracking app instead. In 48 hours, their private jet will approach an airstrip they no longer have permission to use. They'll be forced to land at the regional airport, 2 hours away from the villa, with no luxury car service available during peak holiday season. "No drama," I whisper to my empty apartment. "We'll see about that." I raise my glass to the bulletin board, to the pawned earrings receipt, to years of swallowed pride and forced smiles. Here's to family. The Spanish legal team's video call fills my laptop screen. 5 serious faces in crisp suits, all waiting for my instructions. "Señorita Rose," the lead attorney begins, "the shell company is established. We can proceed with the transfer immediately." I nod, watching the cursor hover over the final authorization button. One click, and the Airstrip becomes mine, technically owned by a corporation called Sunrise Holdings, but mine all the same. "Any chance of leaks?" I ask. "Impossible! The paperwork is airtight, and the current owners are eager to sell before year-end for tax purposes. They don't care who's buying." My phone buzzes. It's Cadence sharing photos in the family chat of her Louis Vuitton luggage. "Ready for takeoff!" I click the button. "Transfer initiated," the lawyer confirms. "You'll have full control of the Airstrip by midnight tomorrow." After the call ends, I pull up the flight plan I obtained through Marcel's aviation contacts. My family's jet is scheduled to depart at 9 a.m. Thursday, arriving in Spain at 11 p.m. local time. The timing couldn't be more perfect. Andrea calls while I'm reviewing the documents. "Your revenge plan is deliciously evil," she says. "I've arranged for a photographer friend to be at the regional airport, just in case." "You're enjoying this too much." "Honey, I've watched you build an empire while they treated you like a charity case. I'm here for the karma." I hang up and open my closet, pushing aside clothes until I find the old photo album. Inside, there's a picture from our last family vacation 5 years ago. I'm half cropped out, but you can still see my smile, genuine, hopeful, trying so hard to belong. My phone rings again. It's Freya. "Rose?" Her voice is smaller than usual. "Are you busy?" "Just working. What's up?" I feel weird about this Spain trip. Mum said you couldn't come because you're too busy with work, but that's not true, is it?" I close the photo album. "What do you think, Freya?" She's quiet for a moment. "I saw the messages they wrote about you. I should have said something." "But you didn't." "I'm sorry," she whispers. "Save it for your Instagram apology post," I say, and hang up. The afternoon slips by as I prepare my next move. I order 5 expensive greeting cards, each embossed with "Enjoy Spain" in gold letters. Inside, I carefully tape a Polaroid of the Airstrip deed, with the new ownership details clearly visible. Marcel drops by as I'm addressing the envelopes. "You're really going to mail those?" he asks, picking one up. "Express delivery. They'll arrive tomorrow morning." He sits on my couch, loosening his tie. "The acquisition news breaks tomorrow too. $14 million. That'll be quite a 1-2 punch." "They'll be too busy packing to notice," I say, sealing the last envelope. Besides, they never read tech news. "Your father does," Marcel points out. "He's an investor." "Was an investor," I correct him. "He passed on every funding round, said my company was cute, but not serious enough." My phone lights up with another family chat notification. Dad's sharing a photo of his new golf clubs. "Can't wait to try these on the villa's private course." Marcel reads it over my shoulder. "You know, we could still call this off. The deed transfer isn't final yet." I think about Mum's fake tears, about Cadence's sneers, about Dad's dismissive laughs, about a lifetime of being the family joke. "No," I say firmly, "they made their choice. Now I'm making mine." I stand up and grab my keys. "Coming with me to the post office?" He shakes his head. "This is your show. Just be careful, Rose. Revenge has a way of burning everyone involved." After mailing the cards, I drive to the office to finish some actual work. My team is celebrating the acquisition news, champagne flowing freely. They've earned this. We've earned this. While my family was mocking my expensive hobby, these people believed in me. Back home, I pour a glass of wine and open my laptop to check the transfer status. A notification pops up. "Deed transfer complete. Congratulations on your purchase of Villa del Sol Airstrip." I smile and open the flight tracking app, setting alerts for my family's jet. In less than 24 hours, they'll be in the air, blissfully unaware that their perfect vacation is about to hit some turbulence. My phone buzzes one last time. A text from Mum. "Darling, I hope you're not working too hard. Sometimes I worry you're missing out on the important things in life. Family is everything, you know." I take a sip of wine and type back, "Don't worry, Mum, I'm exactly where I need to be." And for the first time in years, that's not a lie. The flight tracker app shows a small blue dot moving steadily across the Atlantic. Flight WP-4147, my family's private jet, right on schedule. I pour myself a glass of champagne, the expensive kind Dad always said I couldn't appreciate, and settle in for the show. My phone hasn't stopped buzzing since morning. First it was the acquisition news breaking, then the greeting cards arrived at their houses. Cadence. 10:15 a.m. "Who sent these weird cards? Mum, did you get one too?" Mom. 10:17 a.m. "Yes, how strange." "Samuel, darling, what's this about the airstrip?" Dad. 10:20 a.m. "Probably some marketing nonsense. The jet's already cleared for landing. If only they knew." Marcel calls as the plane reaches the halfway point. "Your company's stock is up 40% since the announcement," he says. "You might want to check the news." I switch to my browser. Headlines flash across the screen. Tech startup founders 40 MEMAD's success story. Female entrepreneur disrupts industry. There's even a photo of me from last year's tech conference, looking decidedly unslummy in my power suit. "Dad's going to have an aneurysm when he sees this," I say. "If he can get Wi-Fi on the jet," Marcel replies. "Speaking of which, how's that going?" I check the tracker. 4 hours until they reach Spanish airspace. The Airstrip control tower is already updated with the new ownership protocols. My phone buzzes again. It's Andrea. "Turn on CNBC," she says when I answer. "They're running your story." I flip on the TV. There I am, being called a rising star in tech and one to watch. The ticker at the bottom shows my company's soaring stock price. "Your family seeing this?" Andrea asks. "They're currently somewhere over the ocean, probably drinking mimosas and congratulating themselves on excluding me." "Not for long," she chuckles. "My photographer friend is in position at the regional airport. Want me to tell him to focus on your sister's designer luggage when they're forced to drag it through the public terminal?" "You're evil," I say. I love it. The next few hours crawl by. I order sushi, answer congratulatory emails, and watch the blue dot inch closer to Spain. At 10:30 p.m. local time it happens. The flight tracker shows the jet circling. Once, twice, 3 times. My phone explodes. Lionel. 10:31 p.m. "What the hell? Tower won't clear us for landing." Cadence. 10:32 p.m. "This is ridiculous. Don't they know who we are?" Mum. 10:33 p.m. "Samuel, do something." Dad. 10:35 p.m. "Tower says ownership changed. New protocols. This is impossible." I take a sip of champagne and wait. The pilot's voice crackles through the forwarded tower communication. "Tower, requesting emergency clearance for WP-4147. Tower responds, "Negative, WP-447, airstrip is restricted. Please divert to regional airport." Then Cadence's voice, crystal clear in the background. "Do you know who my father is?" I actually laugh out loud at that one. More messages flood in. Freya, 10:40 p.m. "OMG, we have to land at the public airport?" Lionel, 10:41 p.m. "This is a nightmare. The villa's 2 hours from there." Cadence, 10:42 p.m. "Someone find out who owns this airstrip now." I open the group chat and type my first message in weeks. "Something wrong with the airstrip? Weird. Ownership must have changed recently." The typing indicators go crazy, then stop, then start again. Mum, 10:45 p.m. "Rose, what do you mean?" Dad, 10:46 p.m. "Did you have something to do with this?" Cadence, 10:47 p.m. "Wait, those cards this morning?" I send them a link to the CNBC story about my acquisition deal, followed by a screenshot of the airstrip deed. Lionel, 10:50 p.m. "No fucking way." Freya, 10:51 p.m. "Holy shit, Rose." Mum, 10:52 p.m. This is absolutely unacceptable. Dad, 10:53 p.m. You've gone too far. I type back. Have I? Check your group chat history, the one you forgot to remove me from, particularly the part about me not being able to afford sunscreen. Silence. Then cadence. You're ruining our vacation out of spite. No, I reply. I'm teaching you about karma and property rights. Enjoy the regional airport. I hear they have a great coffee vending machine. I mute the chat and call Andrea. Is your photographer ready? Already getting shots of their plane being redirected, she says. Want me to make sure they go viral? I think about all the times they've humiliated me, all the snide remarks and backhanded compliments. Make it trend, I say. I pour another glass of champagne and watch as the blue dot finally descends, not at the exclusive private airstrip, but at the crowded regional airport where their precious privacy and carefully curated image are about to become very, very public. Cheers, I whisper to my empty apartment, to family traditions. The TikTok video already has 2 million views by morning. Rich family has public meltdown after private jet drama. The caption reads, "Watch till the end. The daughter's tantrum is everything." I watch as Cadence, in her pristine white pantsuit, screams at an airport employee about their luggage. Mum's trying to cover her face from the cameras while Dad threatens to buy this whole airport. Lionel's in the background, frantically typing on his phone, probably calling in favours that won't come. Only Freya looks directly at the camera, and for a second I see something like understanding in her eyes. My phone rings. It's Marcel. You're trending, he says. Multiple platforms. I know. Have you seen the remix someone made of Cadence's "Do You Know Who My Father Is" speech? Rose, his voice turns serious. Your mother's calling my office, repeatedly. Let me guess, she's threatening to sue? Everyone. The airport, the airstrip, the photographers, me, you. I laugh. For what? Legally purchasing property? Being excluded from a family vacation? Hold on, you need to see this. My phone buzzes with his text. It's a screenshot of Mum's latest Instagram post. A perfectly filtered photo of her looking distressed, caption reading, "Heartbroken by my daughter's betrayal. Sometimes those closest to us cause the deepest wounds. Pray for our family." The comments are a war zone. Rich people problems. Wait till you see what they said about her in those group chats. Team Rose all the way. Another call comes in. Freya. Can I switch over? I ask Marcel. Sure, just be careful. This is getting bigger than we expected. I take Freya's call. What? Rose. She sounds tired. We're stuck at this awful airport hotel. Mum's having a breakdown. Dad's threatening to disown you. And Cadence is trending on Twitter. Sounds rough, I say, keeping my voice neutral. Almost as rough as being mocked and excluded by your own family. I know, I get it now. But Rose, did you see the news? I open my laptop. The story's evolved. Tech founders' revenge inside the family drama that's breaking the internet. There are screenshots of the group chat messages, analysis of my company's success, even old family photos someone dug up. It's everywhere, Freya continues. People are calling Mum and Dad toxic parents. Cadence's modelling agency dropped her. Lionel's investment firm is getting hate mail. Actions have consequences, I say, but something twists in my stomach. Dad saw your acquisition news. He threw his phone across the room, called himself an idiot for not investing when you asked. Bit late for regrets. Rose, Freya's voice drops to a whisper. I saved screenshots of everything, the way they treated you. I should have said something sooner. I was just scared of ending up like you. A successful millionaire? I snap. Alone? The word hits harder than I expect. My other line beeps. Andrea. Freya, I have to go. Wait, I'm proud of you for everything, even this. I hang up and take Andrea's call. Good morning, viral sensation, she says. Ready for phase 2? There's a phase 2. Honey, you're the underdog tech founder who just outmaneuvered her elitist family. Every media outlet wants your story. We can turn this into a movement. My phone keeps buzzing with notifications. The group chat is exploding. Dad, 9:15 a.m. This ends now. I'm calling the board of your company. Mom, 9:16 a.m. Rose, please. We can fix this privately. Cadence, 9:17 a.m. My career is ruined. Are you happy now? Lionel, 9:18 a.m. I lost 3 clients this morning. This is insane. I start typing, then delete it. Start again. Delete. Finally, I send. Funny how consequences feel like karma, isn't it? Mum replies instantly. We're your family. Are we? Because families don't do what you did. They don't mock and exclude and then play victim when they're caught. Andrea's still waiting. Rose, what do you want to do? I look at my laptop screen, at the chaos unfolding across social media, at my family's carefully constructed image crumbling in real time. Send me the interview requests, I say, but first I need to book a flight. To Spain? She asks. Yes, I think it's time I visited my Airstrip and maybe check out that villa they were so excited about. I hang up and open my email. There's a message from the Spanish legal team confirming my full access to the property. My phone buzzes one last time. A private message from Freya. Can I come see you when you get here? I don't want to stay with them anymore. I stare at her message for a long moment before replying. The villa has plenty of rooms. Then I start packing. After all, I hear Spain is beautiful this time of year. The call from Mum comes as I'm boarding my flight to Spain. Her voice is ice cold, nothing like the tearful performance from a few days ago. Was humiliating us internationally your end goal? She asks without preamble. Interesting question, I reply, settling into my first-class seat. Was excluding and mocking me yours? We were protecting you. You never understood our world, Rose. The standards, the expectations. The cruelty, I interrupt. The constant belittling. Tell me, Mum, how was calling me too poor for sunscreen protecting me? Silence on the line. Then, your father is furious. Good. Maybe he'll finally feel something real. He's calling every contact he has. Your company. My $14 million company? I laugh. The one he called a hobby? Tell him good luck. My board already knows about everything. They're calling it a masterclass in strategic thinking. A flight attendant offers me champagne. I accept, wondering if it's becoming a habit. You've changed, Mum says quietly. No, I just stopped pretending to be who you wanted me to be. She hangs up. Seconds later, my phone explodes with messages. Dad sent a formal legal threat, copied to the entire family. Rose, your actions constitute willful damage to this family's reputation and business interests. Cease all media engagement immediately or face legal consequences. I forward it to Marcel with LOL as the only comment. He replies instantly. Want me to send him the full group chat screenshots, the ones we haven't released yet? Before I can respond, Lionel calls. Why do you hate us so much? He asks, his voice breaking. It's the first time I've heard him sound uncertain. I don't hate you, Leo. I just stopped loving you more than I love myself. But we're family. Family doesn't need a private jet to be family, I say. Or designer clothes, or social media approval, or any of the things you all valued more than me. Rose, remember when I asked you to invest in my startup? You said, and I quote, "Come back when you have a real business idea." He's quiet for a moment. I was wrong. Yes, you were, about a lot of things. After we hang up, I check social media. Someone's leaked more screenshots from the family chat, including gems like Dad calling my work embarrassing and Mum suggesting I needed psychological help for choosing business over marriage. The internet is having a field day. Rich parents get owned by successful daughter. This is what generational trauma looks like. Eat the rich. Except Rose, she's cool. Cadence sends a private message. They're calling me Karen of the Year on Twitter. My life is over. I reply with a screenshot of her message calling me perpetually disappointing last Christmas. Then Freya texts, I'm at the hotel. When does your flight land? 3 hours. Stay there. They keep calling. Dad's threatening to cut off my trust fund if I see you. You have options now, I write back. I'll help you figure it out. Andrea calls as we're taking off. Good Morning America wants you live tomorrow. Your story's hitting every major network. We're talking book deals, speaking engagements. Andrea, I interrupt, not now. But I'm going to the villa first. This isn't about fame. It's about finally being heard. After I land, a car takes me to the villa. It's stunning, all white stone and Mediterranean elegance. The kind of place they always said I wouldn't appreciate properly. My phone buzzes one last time before I reach the gate. It's a voicemail from Dad. Rose, this ends now. You've made your point. Whatever revenge you wanted, you've gotten it. But this family's reputation, everything we've built, you're destroying it all. Was it worth it? Was hurting us worth it? I stand at the villa's entrance, key in hand, and play the message again. His voice shakes with something I've never heard before. Fear? Regret? Maybe both. I text back, it was never about hurting you. It was about stopping you from hurting me. Then I turn off my phone and open the door. The villa is exactly as they planned it. Monogrammed towels, custom menus, family photos everywhere. Except now it's mine, at least for the next few days. I walk to the terrace overlooking the airstrip, their perfect landing spot, now my instrument of justice. In the distance, I see a car approaching, probably Freya. My phone stays dark, but I know what's happening. More headlines, more outrage, more family messages ranging from threats to pleas. But for the first time in my life, I don't feel the need to respond. They can't reach me here, in this space I've claimed for myself. I pour a glass of wine and watch the sunset paint the airstrip gold. Let them rage, let them threaten, let them finally understand what it feels like to be powerless. I'm done explaining myself. The villa's kitchen is stocked exactly as Mum planned it. Organic everything, imported mineral water, and a wine collection worth more than my first car. I'm wearing one of the monogrammed robes they ordered when Freya finds me. This is surreal, she says, running her hand over the marble countertop. They spent weeks planning every detail. Including how to exclude me, I add, pouring her a glass of wine. Want to see something funny? I lead her to the dining room, where a laminated schedule sits at each place setting. Family itinerary is printed in gold letters at the top. Thursday, private jet arrival, champagne welcome, I read aloud. Friday, spa day for the ladies, golf for the men. Saturday, professional family photo shoot by the pool. Freya picks up her copy. Sunday, brunch and social media content creation. She laughs, but it sounds hollow. God, we're ridiculous. My phone buzzes. Marcel. Your father's lawyers are getting creative, he says when I answer. They're trying to claim emotional distress. For them or for me? I put him on speaker, because I have years of receipts. They're desperate. Your story's gone international. La Rosewolf Revenge is trending in 12 countries. Freya scrolls through her phone. Cadence just went private on all social media. Her modelling agency released a statement about not condoning toxic family dynamics. Mom's Women's Charity Board is calling an emergency meeting, I add, checking my emails. Apparently, publicly humiliating your daughter doesn't align with their family values mission. Marcel sighs. Are we taking this too far? I walk to the fire pit on the terrace, the family itinerary in my hand. They took it too far the moment they decided I wasn't worthy of being included. Rose, Freya says quietly, look at this. She shows me her phone. It's an old video from Christmas 3 years ago. I'm opening a present from Mum, a self-help book called Finding Your Place in Society. Thank you, Videomi says, trying to smile. This is thoughtful. We just want you to fit in, darling, Mum's voice comes through, to be more like your sisters. I grab the itinerary and throw it into the fire pit. The flames catch quickly, turning the expensive paper to ash. I never wanted to fit in, I tell Freya. I wanted to belong. There's a difference. My phone rings again. Lionel. The board is threatening to remove Dad as CEO, he says without greeting. Our stock dropped 30% when your story broke. Karma's expensive, isn't it? Rose, please, he's crying. I've never seen him cry. The admission hits me harder than I expect. I look at the burning itinerary, at the ashes floating up into the Spanish night. Remember my college graduation? I ask him. When he said my computer science degree was cute and asked when I was going to get serious about my future. Rose. Or when Mom suggested I get a job as his secretary instead of starting my company. Or when Cadence told everyone at her wedding that I couldn't afford a proper gift because I was playing entrepreneur. Silence on the line. That's what I thought, I say, and hang up. Freya touches my arm. You're crying. I wipe my face, surprised to find tears. No, I'm not. It's okay to hurt, she says. What they did was wrong, all of it. I look around the villa, at the monogrammed everything, the carefully curated luxury, the desperate attempt at perfection. It feels hollow now, like a stage set for a play nobody wants to watch anymore. My phone lights up with a news alert. Tech founder's family drama exposes toxic success culture. There's a photo of me from years ago, standing awkwardly at the edge of a family portrait. They're calling you an inspiration, Freya says, reading over my shoulder. A symbol of standing up to toxic family dynamics. I didn't want to be a symbol, I reply. I just wanted them to see me, really see me. The fire crackles, consuming the last of the itinerary. I think about Dad crying, about Mum's carefully constructed world crumbling, about Cadence losing her modelling contracts. Do you regret it? Freya asks. I watch the ashes rise into the night sky, carrying with them years of forced smiles and swallowed words. No, I say finally, but I'm not celebrating either. We sit in silence, drinking wine and watching the fire die down. In the distance, a plane approaches the regional airport, probably another wealthy family, their own dramas playing out at 30,000 feet. What happens now? Freya asks. I look at my phone, at the dozens of missed calls and messages, at the world waiting to hear my next move. Now, I say, we write our own itinerary. The Spanish night wraps around us like a blanket, and for the first time since this all began, I feel something shift inside me. Not victory, not revenge, freedom. The morning sun hits the airstrip like a spotlight as I pack my bags. Freya's helping, folding the monogrammed robes we never used. Did you see Dad's press statement? She asks, showing me her phone. I read it aloud. As a family, we acknowledge our mistakes and the pain we've caused. We are taking time to reflect and heal privately. We ask for understanding during this period of reconciliation. PR team earned their money with that one, I say, closing my suitcase. Too bad they didn't mention the part where they're still trying to sue me. My phone rings. Andrea. The No Sunscreen Foundation paperwork is ready, she says. Initial funding of $2 million, focused on supporting female entrepreneurs from unsupportive backgrounds. Make it $3 million, I tell her, and add a specific program for women breaking free from toxic family dynamics. Already trending, she replies. Also, Good Morning America still wants you. Exclusive interview, your terms. I look at Freya, who's watching me with curious eyes. Counteroffer, they get both of us, the whole story, unfiltered. After I hang up, Freya sits on the edge of the bed. Mum's going to hate that. Mum's going to hate a lot of things, I say, like the fact that I just bought this villa. You what? The owners were surprisingly eager to sell after all the publicity. Apparently they don't want to be associated with that awful family drama. I smile. Ironic, right? My phone buzzes with a text from Cadence. They're saying I'm the villain in all this, that I bullied my own sister. Is that how you see it? I show Freya the message. She takes my phone and types. How else should we see it? Cadence starts typing, stops, starts again. Finally. I'm sorry. I really am. I never thought about how it felt from your side. First time for everything, I mutter, but something in my chest loosens slightly. Marcel calls next. Your father's lawyers withdrew the lawsuit threats. Apparently, someone showed him the potential PR damage of suing his daughter for exposing family bullying. Let me guess, their stock dropped again? Actually, he pauses, he asked for a private meeting. No lawyers, no PR, just you and him. I look around the villa, at the space that was supposed to exclude me, now mine to share or withhold as I choose. Tell him I'll think about it, I say. But first, I need you to draft paperwork for a new board position at my company. For who? I glance at Freya, who's still reading messages. For my sister, the one who chose truth over tradition. Freya's head snaps up. What? You wanted out of their world, I tell her. Here's your chance to build something real instead. She hugs me, hard and sudden, and I feel her tears on my shoulder. My phone lights up with a final message, from Mum. It's a photo I've never seen before, me at 5 years old, wearing her heels and pearls, trying to be just like her. I forgot who you were trying to be, she writes, and in the process I missed who you became. I'm sorry, Rose, not for the cameras, not for the press, for you. I show Freya the message. Think she means it? Does it matter? She asks. You've already won. This was never about winning, I realise, looking out at the airstrip where it all started. It was about being heard. We finish packing and head downstairs. The villa staff is already preparing for my next guests, young entrepreneurs who need a quiet place to build their dreams. Ready? Freya asks at the door. I take one last look around, at the space that was meant to exclude me but became something better, a beginning instead of an end. Almost, I say, and send 3 texts. To Mom. I remember those heels. They were too big, but I kept trying anyway. Maybe we can talk, really talk. No cameras, no image, no pretense. To Dad. Lunch next week, just us. Bring your regrets, I'll bring mine. To Cadence. The foundation is hosting a gala next month. Come see what your little sister built. You might be surprised. Then I turn to Freya. Now I'm ready. We step out into the Spanish sunshine, leaving behind the ashes of the old family itinerary and walking towards something new, something real. My phone buzzes one last time. It's Marcel. Your story just hit the front page of Time. They're calling it The Price of Belonging. I smile and put my phone away. They can call it whatever they want. I know what it really is. It's not an ending. It's not even revenge anymore. It's a beginning. And this time, I'm writing the rules.